Chazak Baruch. Today is Tuesday in Parashat Shoftim. We see in today's Aliyah that it talks about giving the best and the first to the Kohanim. Reshit deganachati roshecha veitzarecha vereshit gez tzonacha titen lo. Who? To the Kohen. So Baruch Hashem, there's two things you have to give him. You have to give him the food, and you have to give him the wool of what you took from the flock of sheep. The deeper meaning into this is how we could apply this to our day-to-day life and figure out how to see. In Kabbalah and Chassidut it's explained that when a person eats, what happens to the food? The food goes down and sustains different parts of the body. Different parts of the body, every limb gets what it needs, the nutrients that it needs. And that's how it works internally. When someone puts on clothing, he basically gives pleasure and warms his body externally, from outside. Now, how can we see this to us, to apply to our day-to-day life, Avodat Hashem, and serving God, especially in the month of Elul? That when a person has to understand that in his body, he has a conductor. And the conductor is the neshama, and higher than that is the nefesh elokit, is the godly soul that's inside of you. A lot of times we do not feel emotions to kedusha, to holiness. We feel very close, chasumim. We feel something's not working. I don't feel the prayer. I don't feel the tefillah. I don't feel the shiur. I'm not feeling it. The reason is because a lot of times this happens over going with day-to-day life and going about everyone's business and doing their own thing. They end up giving the best and the most prized time of their life. They put it in the children, the wife. No problem with that. But the way to make yourself feel internally better, to feel much better internally and feel like you have a more fulfilled life, that says the same idea to sustentate and to give power to the inner Kohen. The inner Kohen is basically the priest that's inside of us, which that is the nefesh elokit, that's the godly soul. So what do we do? So how do we feed it? So the first thing is with the kochot hapnimiyim, the inner, the brain and the emotions, the brain and the heart, is through going and learning Torah and connecting to different parts of the Torah. The halachot connects to the brain when a person thinks about it and gets into it, and the musar, the chassidut to the heart, and this stuff basically lights a fire inside of you, and together it's a generator to give you energy and power. And from outside, the wool that you're giving the Kohen is the outer layers, the basically things that we do physically when we work to take the surroundings around us, which we usually see them, our colleagues, our friends, and to turn them up and to bring them and elevate them also. And we said this today in the shul in the morning. The idea that Arizal told the Maharam al-Shich that his son left the derech, the way of being a religious Jew, to be a Jew, and he told him that in the Chodesh of Elul, the month of Elul, when you get to the part in the Tefillah Hashivenu Avinu leToratecha, have in mind the name of your son and his mother's name. And that's a hora'ah, that's a lesson for every single one of us. If there's someone that you want them to come back, to be in the way of the Kadosh Baruch Hu, to see the light, and to have the good of life, and to see what the truth and the real meaning in life, when you pray in Amidah, have in mind a friend, a colleague, a family member that you want them to want also to go in the way of the Kadosh Baruch Hu, the way of God, in that Baruch Amidah. Mizat Hashem, every single one of us are going to be ambassadors of God, and all over wherever they see us, they see the Kiddush Hashem, they see how you act, and they'll say this is the person that represents God in the world.